السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. As you can see in the title, the comments on the last video, that is international organizations. We talked about the meaning of international organizations. Organization or organizations that are composed of more than two or three countries having the same objectives, and they want to achieve the same goals. So they gather together to sign an agreement which is called a charter, and then they set some principles. So this charter sets some principles and rules that these countries should observe and conform to. And they may invite other countries to join afterwards. So this is what we mean by international organization. I repeat, an international organization, an organization that is comprised of more than two. It means bilateral relations between two countries. But international, it means it involves more than two. It means three and more. Three and more. Again, we have two kinds of, or two types of organizations. We have intergovernmental. Why do we say intergovernmental? So as not to be confused with these expressions, international governmental organization. We say intergovernmental organizations that involve only or represented by only sovereign countries. It means independent countries. On the other hand, international non-governmental organizations, or NGOs, we say NGOs, are organizations whose members are not states, جمعيات, or individuals. This is the difference between the two, intergovernmental organizations and NGOs. And we give examples about these organizations, and we say that United Nations is the most important international body, which has an important role to settle peace. This is the main objective of this organization, is to settle peace between nations, and it has other objectives or other minor objectives. And that's why this organization has some other related organizations like WHO, World Health Organizations, UNICEF, and others, and other organizations that are satellites to this mother organization. We said that it was founded, the verb found or established, after the World War II, or to replace the nation, the League of Nations, because the League of Nations failed to bring peace to the world. So the world, especially the Allies, which came victorious in the Second World War II, especially United States, France, and Britain, were victorious, and they imposed they want to establish this organization in 1945. Organizations. We can talk about UNICEF, 1946. Okay, here UNICEF meant to fight hunger and to help children in this struggle, because especially in developing countries, children were suffering a lot. So this organization came to, or comes to, rescue these children. Now let's move to some national amnesty. Was established in 19 regionally are in London now. So it is very important organization in the world that means to defend people without who are suffering from letters of words to form one word, and is pronounced as whose headquarters are in Rabat. And the objective of this organization is to maintain and strengthen relations between vocabulary that may constitute some problems for most of our students. For example, the charter. What do you mean by charter? We say headquarters. Charter. What do you mean by charter? A charter is a written statements or documents which state the principles and rules that the people or the states or the countries that are going to sign or to agree should conform to. This is charter. Watiqa. Sanctions are measures taken as a punishment to stop, for example, a country not willing to conform to the principles of the charter. So we say impose sanctions. We impose sanctions. Sanctions in Arabic, we said uqubat. Okay, like the ones imposed on Iran because of her nuclear activities. Headquarters, we explain headquarters. Official is a person with official a job or mission, like the Secretary General. If you talk about the Secretary General, we talk about the current one, whose name is Antonio Guterres, who was appointed in the Assembly General, the General Assembly, الجمعية العامة. This organization or this body of the United Nations is described as the most democratic organization in the UN, the most democratic organization or body of the UN, this one. Because if you talk about the other organs like the Security Council, Majlis al-Amn, which is composed of 15 members, 15 members, 5 of which are permanent, namely the United States, France, Britain, Russia, and China. These are the 5 permanent nations in the Security Councils. And they have what you call the veto. What do you mean by veto? Is a voice. This is a voice raised against any resolution qarar, any resolution taken by the other members. If they veto and they stand against a resolution, it means that this resolution will not pass. لا يمر, will not pass, because of the veto of one of these 5 permanent nations. Okay, so here, what is democracy here? Here we talk about the powerful nations, the powerful nations in the world, the five. The other 10 members are elected. Where are they elected? Are elected in the assembly, in the General Assembly. They are elected in the General Assembly. Okay? And they are not permanent. It means that they are re-elected after, I'm sorry, I don't know, after a number of years, and they have this kind of uh, taking roles, okay, or should be elected if you want to be represented in Security Council. So you can see that from what we have learned in the first video and now, that some of these organizations are very important and useful, even though they may be mentioned organization, Security Council. There is no real democracy here. Even though there is a lot of criticism, they still have some roles to play in the world to settle peace and to organize and regulate some relations between countries, etc. Okay. One last thing, please. I am very grateful if you take what I've just said into consideration and show some interest in what we are doing as students. Okay, baccalaureate, second baccalaureate students, please show some interest and raise questions. I'm ready to answer all of your questions. And last thing, I'd like you to subscribe, and why not please thumb up, like the video. Please like the video. So I'm expecting that you interact with me. Please kindly interact, comment. I will be very, very pleased. Thank you so much.